What is going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of From My Experience podcast. I'm your host, Rob, and as y'all know, I'm on that gram, I'm on Facebook, I'm looking for people who have a story to tell, somebody who has something interesting going on, so I can bring their experiences right here to share with you all. So, I have someone here with me today that I've been following them for a little minute, read up about them, and I was like, this would be an interesting person to have on the show. And thankfully, I DM'd and we worked out some timing finally because I didn't realize we had a time zone difference. But we worked around it and we got it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have Miss Ashley Noel, the founding CEO of Litty Pops.
Yes. Hi. How's it going? I'm great. I'm happy that I could join you guys tonight.
Well, thank you. So, first of all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If you go on Instagram, follow Litty Pops. It's it's interesting. I never, it's something like your product is something that, well, it's Litty Pops 314, y'all. And
Yes.
definitely gonna put all that stuff in the description. You have a very interesting product. I have not had the pleasure of trying it, but I'm actually gonna order some tomorrow. Um,
Oh, great.
yeah,
Great.
I'm definitely gonna order some tomorrow. So let's start at the beginning. Now, I remember reading on your website some things about the founding of it, and you said you were inspired by your son.
Yes, that's correct. It was basically a hot summer day and he had a popsicle and I was like, man, I want a popsicle too, but it'd be lit if it had some alcohol in it. And so then I began to do my research and it was a lot of trial and error at first because as you know, liquor doesn't freeze. So I had to come up with the perfect combination
Yeah.
of the amount of liquor with the juices to make it freeze.
That's one of the things I was wondering about when I was looking at your product. Was like, because I'm one of those people, when I buy liquor, I put it in the freezer because I love it ice cold. But I'm like,
Mm,
okay, if you're making a popsicle out of it, which yours, from what I've read, it's more of a slush, correct?
yes, that's correct.
All right, so that means you definitely have a great consistency. Because the only thing I can think of that's even similar was when I used to go to Wet Willie's and they had those slushy, alcoholic slushies. So I'm like, okay, you definitely know what you're doing because you're right. If you don't put enough liquor, it's gonna freeze, which means, okay, am I really gonna get lit?
Right,
If you put too much, it's not gonna freeze and it's just gonna be a strong ass shot. But if you got that
right.
slush, that means you have it just right. So talk to me about your love for alchemy.
Well, let's see. When did it start?
Yeah, when did it start?
Um,
Because that was interesting. That's not a word you see every day. You see people use. I was like, alchemy. Oh,
yeah. So I guess it started with just trying to mix the formulas. Just doing different research to see what'll work. Pinterest, YouTube, what other people had tried that worked. So that's pretty much what we did to figure it out. We actually used our friends for taste testers. At first, it's two of us, and at first it was just the two of us, and then we like, man, we getting like tipsy over here trying to make formulas. We need some help, and then plus we wanted people with different levels. Like we have a high tolerance, so we wanted somebody that had a low tolerance, so we could get
hmm
the perfect mix.
okay. Now you also said you were influenced by Jay-Z and Diddy, basically, based off of what they've done in the liquor industry. So tell me more about like the overall goal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So our overall goal is to have Litty Pops everywhere. Like we want Litty Pops to be in your neighborhood Walmart. So if you're in Florida, or you in LA, you in Arkansas, wherever that you can go get a Litty Pop and experience the lit experience. Whether it's in the summertime, wintertime, fall, whenever. That's the ultimate goal. And right now we're actually working on a drinking game to
Okay.
go with it. So that's something that's in the works that should be coming out this year as well. So stay tuned
Okay.
for that. Yeah.
That's what's
Um,
up.
yeah, the liquor industry is a hard industry to break into. So we're just coming up with different unique ways to help us break into it.
What are some of the challenges that you're facing? I could imagine.
Yeah, so anytime you're trying to get like a liquor license, it's a lot of politics behind it, and then the type of liquor license that we need is like a manufacturing liquor license.
Hmm.
So we just running into challenges with that. But it's gonna all work out.
Now, is it more so when you talk about these challenges? Is this like a paperwork thing, a financial thing, or just like legalities you're trying to get around?
It's just basically legalities we trying to get around.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, anything that's worth it, you got to bust your ass to get there. I get it.
Right, right, right.
All right. So what is it like working with you? Like if I were to come on board and we met one day, you decided I was good enough to be a part of this organization, what would that experience be like for me?
It'd be lit. Like the Litty movement is a lit movement. We I mean, we all believe in a peaceful lifestyle, happiness. We cherish the memories that we build with each other while we have them. It's always positive energy around. We just a lot of happy people. We just lit. So I think you'll have fun. That's one thing that's important to us. We always want to make sure that it's fun. I think that's what helps when we do different events. Is
Hmm.
because we are a fun group of people. We bring positive vibes, and we gonna make sure everybody's smiling, having a good time.
Okay. That sounds great. I wish I lived closer to you. That'd be something I'd love to be a part of.
Yeah, yeah. Who knows? We might do it even in your city.
Okay, I'm in Virginia, so please, I'm in the DMV area, so just let me know if you coming up here.
Yeah, we might look into Howard Homecoming this
Oh
year.
shit! Don't get me hype. I'll be there. I didn't go last year. I just moved up here last year in the summer. I didn't go last year, but I'm more than likely gonna go this year. And yeah, that's also an excellent place to get your product off. So tell us more about the product and things like that.
Oh yeah. So we basically have over 10 different flavors right now. We have tequila, we have vodka, and we have cognac. For the cognac, we typically use Hennessy or Douce. We
Mm.
tried the new Ciroc cognac that they have. And then for the vodka, we use Tito's and Ciroc. And then tequila, we use Patron.
Mm.
And then we just have our different litty juices that we mix it with to make it lit. And that's what makes the Litty Pop. Now we are working on, right now, they're 6 for 25 and it's one size.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing we noticed in like the feedback we got is sometimes you don't want a whole popsicle, like it could become too much.
Really?
So yeah, I mean that's the feedback that we receive.
So y'all
So
really getting people?
yeah, so we actually came up with some Liddy minis, and we
Mm.
kind of call them Liddy shots. So it's kind of like it's more of a quick thing. And actually, when we do events, we have start taking those,
Uh huh.
and we get great feedback on having a smaller size versus the bigger size. And then plus, if you never taste it, the smaller ones are $2. So it's like people are more willing to be like, "Oh yeah, $2, I try that."
So who came up with the phrase "Make America Lit Again"?
That was the my business partner. That would be Tiffany Irene. She came up with that. When we first started, it was around when Trump first got elected to make America lit again. So it was kind of like just being funny off of that.
Okay, okay. So y'all been in business what, almost 4 years now?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so first of all, congratulations because that sounds like 4 years, man. You definitely ran into some hurdles and some bumps in the road. What is the difference you see now in your business versus when you first started?
Now one thing I would say is a difference in our areas in St. Louis and Atlanta is like recognition.
Mm.
Like we can be out and people will be like, "Oh, you Miss Litty Pops, you the Litty Pop girl. Like you make those popsicles."
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it'd be that. And then if we at an event, like people, because we did so many events just around the cities, people know us, and everybody always has positive feedback. Like, "Oh yeah, those popsicles lit. Like it's lit." Like people are shocked because
Mm-hmm.
you think a popsicle and you think like, "Oh, it's gonna be weak or it's not gonna be strong," but it's like the way our formula is like it's lit, and then it's like when we make it to where it's lit at the first bite. So it's like, dang, okay.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what I'm like. Like I like to get straight to it. Me honestly.
Yeah, yeah, like we get straight to it. So it's not a surprise, like no gimmicks. All of them, all our Litty Pops have a shot in them. My favorite one right now is a sangria, and the sangria really
Mm.
surprises people because you think of wine and you like,
Yep.
um, it ain't gonna be that strong, but it's lit.
So tell me more about your event services and tell the people out there more about your event services.
Oh yeah, so basically our event services we provide is kind of like a bartending services. If you
Mm.
want us to come to your party, we have different packages we can work out
Okay.
with the person depending on what it is that you want. We have done some where it's like kind of like a cash event where we just come set up and they're for sale, or then we have some where it's pre-purchase. So we come and we still gonna make it a lit experience. We bring different props. We have Litty girls. All our Litty girls are pretty girls.
Oh, okay.
So we bring the pretty girls, and it just takes your event to another level, and it be lit.
Y'all ever did anything wild like a bachelor party or anything?
Nah,
What? Or
we
bachelorette party?
never we done did some bachelorette parties, but not a bachelor party.
Yeah, I think I said the wrong thing. Y'all would be more appropriate at a bachelorette party
Yeah.
than those kind of litty girls. My bad, litty girls. My bad.
Yeah, they ain't no stripper litty girls. We ain't the stripper litty girls
No, they're not strippers, y'all. Um, all right, so I gotta ask you a tough question, kind of a tough question. Well, it's not really a tough question because you know your product and you're confident in your product. Why would someone buy Litty Pops versus going to buy bottles and mixing their own drinks? Why?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So a person will buy Litty Pops because they want something different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's more convenient. If you Not to say that you're trying to sneak or hide some liquor, but if you going to an event,
Yeah.
it's easier to maneuver with a
True.
popsicle versus a bottle of liquor because I mean they see you with a popsicle, they're not gonna think that it's an alcohol popsicle.
But yeah.
So that would be the reason, and just to try, and it's real convenient, especially if like you're not necessarily a good drink maker.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you drink your liquor straight up, that's no problem. But if you're not necessarily a good drink maker, if you buy the Litty Pops, they just in your freezer after a long day of work. I'm tired. You know what? Let me grab this Henny sickle and relax.
Mm.
It's already mixed up for you. It's been in your freezer. It's nice, ice cold. Um, and you chilling. You sitting down, sitting back, sipping on your Litty Pop.
I
Now
ain't
the
gonna
only
lie.
thing is,
You saying all the
um,
right things right now. Go ahead.
the only thing is we do tell people to be cautious who have kids, because kids
Okay.
will think like, oh, it's a popsicle. I want one. So we tell people, if you got kids, make sure you got them some regular popsicles too when you pull out your Litty Pops.
Yes, no Litty Pops at the kids' birthday parties this summer, y'all. Sheesh.
Well, actually, I do have Litty Pops at my son's birthday party.
What? You
For the adults. for the
for the
for the
adults?
parents.
I got
For the
you.
parents. For the parents.
Oh man, you just named all the excellent reasons to buy your product, and that definitely appeals to someone like me. Like I actually have me and my cousin have this thing where one of my older cousins, we have this thing where wherever we meet up at family events, we both go to the liquor store and we try to buy a bottle of something that we've never bought before, and we try to surprise each other and we get lit. And I'm just like, the downside to that is at the end of the day we mix it with the same thing. We're either mixing it with Coke or Sprite, or cranberry. Like, it's the same. It ends up being the same thing. It's just like maybe the strength is different. But with something like Litty Pops, I could see how that could go much further because you got a variety. And then like sometimes when you buy liquor, and like it's just me, so like if I buy a bottle of liquor, I'm just like, I get tired of the vodka or I get tired of the cognac after about 2 or 3 days of drinking it, and it just sits. But it'd be dope to know I could open my freezer and have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different flavors waiting on me, and whatever I'm in the mood for, I can just grab, and it's already nice and cool and slushy. So that's definitely a great selling point. I'm getting
Oh
a
yeah,
little parched.
absolutely. You're right. You need a Litty Pop right now.
Yeah, listen, I teach elementary school, so I always need a Litty Pop.
Oh yeah, teachers definitely need Litty Pops. Like
Uh,
teachers definitely need Litty Pops.
bring some to the next
My
staff meeting.
Yeah, my hats off to you guys for dealing with kids all day long.
It's not that bad.
That's
It's fun. We get summers off.
oh right, and Christmas break,
Yeah, we get every holiday. We get to
spring
you get your
break,
kids back. You know, you get them back.
right? Spring break, Christmas break. That's pretty good.
All right, before I let you go, I got one last question for you. And I like to ask all of my guests this. So, to the young man or the young lady out there that's listening to you that has aspirations of, possibly getting into the same field as you or has an idea cooking in their head, what advice would you give to them?
Advice I would give to them is to keep trying, never give up. I mean, you might fail. You might get some no's when you go out there, try to get some sponsorships or different things. Some people might tell you no, but that don't mean you should stop. You should keep going. It's gonna be hurdles, but that's the difference. Those that make it and those who don't is the people that keep going. I feel like, um, and everything it takes hard work. Entrepreneurship is hard, so you definitely have to be committed. I know with social media, things look easy
Hmm.
because we only show the good things
Yep.
on there, but it's definitely a full commitment. So I think that's what young people get confused with. They see all the glitz and the glam behind it, and they don't understand the hard work and research that goes into behind the scenes of trying to get something started. But I say just keep going, like don't stop. I mean, you're gonna have your dead points where you lose motivation. I mean, we went
Hmm.
through that where it was like, oh, we're not making no money. Like,
I'm gonna pause you right there, y'all. You're gonna say that when you. you're, that is a, I've had a lot of businesses and dabble. You're gonna say that a lot, y'all. But go ahead.
yeah, you gonna say like, we not making no money. Like, this ain't no point. I'm not seeing no return. Like, but I didn't spent all this money because
Yeah.
when you first getting started, like you gonna spend way more than what you making, and then you just have to come up with that balance. Like, okay, if I'm doing this event, you got to make the right estimate. Because I mean, at first, sometimes we would bring way too much product
Hmm.
for an event, and we would come back with so much, and then sometimes we'd be at events and we would underestimate, so we could have made more
Uh,
money, and
yeah.
we sold out too fast. So it's like just with trial and error, you kind of find it. But I would just tell them to keep going because it's hard work, but it's worth it. And then once you get one idea popping, I feel like, especially as an entrepreneur, it gets your mind working, and you like, oh, you know what? I should do this next. And then you're like, well, if I did this, I know I could do that. So let me try to do this now. So that's kind of where we at now.
Word. Word. I lied. I got one more question because I forgot when I was stalking your
Oh yeah,
Instagram.
absolutely.
Who are some of the coolest celebrities that you've met? Because I'm looking and I see quite a few people standing with these ladies. I gotta order a shirt too. Hold on. I see quite a few people with your product. I mean, it's very marketable. I love the logo. So tell me about some of the people you've met.
Yeah. So we met. We did like a media run at the radio stations both in St. Louis and in Atlanta.
Hmm.
So in Atlanta, of course, we got to go on the Ricky Smiley morning show, and we
Really?
got to meet. Yeah, so we got to meet the Brad Head Crack. We actually got to be in one of Head Crack's videos.
Really? Okay.
One of his. Yeah, he has a song out that it's called Every Day We Lit, or it's something like that with lit. So we was
Hmm.
actually got to be in one of his videos. Gary with the T, of course, he was fun. um, we done met a lot of different people. I would say Gary with the T was very fun. Who else we done met? Um, yeah, it was. I mean, we meet a lot of people. Sometimes we don't always get the opportunity to take pictures with them.
Hmm.
Um, but everybody, they're very welcoming, and they see. That's one thing I can say. When people see that you're trying to do something, uh, most of the time they gonna support you.
Yep.
Even, I mean, we done met some celebrities and they don't drink, but they was like, I don't drink, but I'll give it to somebody that do, or I'll still take the picture for you.
That's always a good thing. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, before I let you go, once again, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, why they should buy Litty Pops once again for the people who wasn't paying attention. And again, those of you who ain't listening like you should, I'm going to have all of their links so y'all can connect with them in the comments. I'll have their Instagram and their website and things like that. But go ahead and give your people your final shout out.
All right, yeah. So Litty Pops, you can purchase them online at littypop.com. That's Litty Pop with no S.com. You can follow us on Instagram. It's gonna be Litty Pops 314. You can like us on Facebook. It's Litty Pops on there. Litty Pops is they dope. They'll get you lit. It's a different experience. You guys should definitely order it. Check it out. And then, like I said, we do have a drinking game, so stay tuned because that's coming soon, and that'll definitely get your parties lit as well. And to all the entrepreneurs out there, congratulations, keep going.
Well, you've heard it. Ashley, thank you once again for joining us. And as y'all know, y'all can follow us FME underscore podcast on Instagram. We have the Facebook group From My Experience Podcast. If you have any questions, you want to highlight us, you got a topic, you need to get something off your chest, you can email us from myexperiencepodcast at gmail.com. And we will catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.